The fact that I'm blowing through these probably hurts the quality of these videos. Oh well, it's mostly for me. A theme that I was thinking about is music is repackaged for the masses. You got to a lot of the stuff that I show is not the stuff that I typically listen to. You know, I mentioned David Bowie in the last video. I don't know if I have any David Bowie CDs. Love David Bowie, and when I listen to him, I think, wow, you know, this is just incredible music. But he had to repackage his music for the masses. He did that for the producers and all that. But he was an incredible musician, an incredible songwriter, just all that stuff. But you know, music has a meaning to me in the sense of, hey, you know, Latin is the stuff that I love. The Latin is the stuff that I listen to always, 90% of the time. Get really giddy about, can just sit there and listen to it and just be in awe of it, dance to it, whatnot. But then when it comes, let's say there was no Latin music. Well, I would default to probably jazz, and then I would default to progressive rock and roll. Um, and you know, I could fall within these circles if there was people that I knew that was into all this. You know, with the circle of friends that I have now, people don't listen to as much music or get as obsessive about it or as giddy about it as I do. It's, you know, it's just a thought that I was thinking of, and since I do this for me and my kids or whoever wants to listen to it, you know, that's something that I wanted to say. Hamilton, I bought this, you know, opened it up, listened to it, liked it, and then I had given that copy away or traded it, I think, and I ran into another copy of it for 50 cents, and I was like, wow, you know, lucky me. This is some kind of Vico C, some kind of Spanish stuff that looks in the vein of maybe Pitbull or something like that. I was watching Family Guy yesterday, and they were making fun of Pitbull because he can speak in English and then in Spanish, and they were saying, well, you know, he knows English and he kind of knows Spanish. I thought that was really funny. You know, it's something that I may have thought that, you know, it's just funny. This is a Fruko. For some reason, I got the top of the disc stuck on top of this. Greatest Hits Volume 2. Huge Fruko fan. Colombian salsa. Many, you know, 15, 20 albums. He was a bass player. Fruko y Sucesos. It's really good stuff. When you hear it, you know it, you love it. It's a little bit more laid. I mean, Colombian music, Colombia salsa has its own sound. The cowbells are different. The piano's a little more electronic, and the horns are a little bit more blaring. Fruco's the quintessential Colombian salsa artist. I did not pay $17 for this. Melancholy and the Infinite Sunrise, Sadness. It's a Smashing Pumpkins album. Is it good? I mean, it's okay. I have it because it's so cheap. Orquesta del Rey. This has got a lot of Richie Ray, Bobby Cruz stuff on it, which I love. Richie Ray and Bobby Cruz. I talked about them a couple times on this channel. You know, this is good. I need to re-listen to it. It's something that I was just so chuffed to pick up because I picked it up for next to nothing, and it is salsa music. So, you know, I picked it up here in Central Arkansas. This is probably my favorite KingCrimson album. I talked about KingCrimson the other day. The name of this is Islands. This is an incredible album. There's some parts in it that are really high-pitched, and I think that kind of brings it down. But this one and the one right before it, Lizard, are my two favorite KingCrimsons. And what I failed to mention the other day is they came out with an album a couple years ago, live from Chicago, that was just mesmerizing, breathtaking. They had a bunch of inceptions of their band. They are definitely a band worth talking about. They are just incredible. The original cover was a little different. It had an island in it. I don't know what solar system or whatever this is. I've been researched it a couple times and have forgotten. Funny, they're on Island Records, and the name of this album is Island. Let's see if there's a picture of them in here. This band is really worth talking about. They're just so good. If I can find a picture of their leader, Robert Fripp. There's Robert Fripp right there. But it's good stuff. It is progressive. This is really laid back compared to some of their other stuff. I like their stuff that's laid back because it's a little more folky, and it just sounds better than their more heavier stuff. Couldn't tell you why I feel that way. My favorite song by them is A Lizard Suit, which is the album right before this, which encompasses a whole side of an album. I can't tell you how much I like this. It's